Gladly Asila of the East State in Kokwait. My English name is Frank Brown. My Himas name is Gladly Asila. And I'm here to speak in support of the Kaxla on behalf of the Himas. The Kaxla, to uphold our children and family, is a ceremony that we use in a potlatch. When a child is introduced to the community, we uplift them and hold them up as a gesture of acknowledgement and support. And that's what this program is doing, is holding up our children and our families. We know our children are our future, and it's imperative that they are well taken care of, mentally, and spiritually, and physically, emotionally, so that they can fulfill their responsibility as contributing members of our Heiltsuk Nation. I want to thank Kaxla and the board of directors. I want to thank Kaxla and their committee, their leadership, both the hereditary and the elected leaders that work tirelessly on behalf of our children and our families as an investment into our future well-being. It's really important to do this work so that our children could know who they are and where they come from. The ceremony of holding up our children in the potlatches to introduce them to the community, to acknowledge them and their families, to unify our families, to celebrate their lives, is very important. Through working together and holding our children at the center of who we are is an important investment to the future well-being of our nation. I want to thank the Kaxla committee for doing this work. Our people have gone through drastic changes from standing on the abyss of extinction, when our numbers were in the thousands and dwindled down to mere hundreds because of smallpox and tuberculosis and discriminatory legislation that was enacted to separate the children from the adults through the residential school policy and Indian day schools. And all through that time, our leadership from generation to generation held on to that responsibility for our children and for our future. And what Kaxla is currently doing is continuing that great legacy of resiliency for ourselves as a community, as a Heiltsuk people, so we can move forward in a good way, and so that we can not only survive but prosper. And the work that they're doing is very critical to that, looking after the well-being of the whole person, going back to the land, where our laws come from, where our guilas comes from, and as a source of power, our luhui, that all our teachings come from, our ancestral stories. They're bringing people, families, and children, and youth, and teenagers, and women, and men back out onto the land to connect with Ukumi, the Creator, to give us our guidance and our strength and our power to take our place in a good way that is in accordance to our own laws, our own guilas, and not have the colonizing forces impose their will upon us. If we can work together through the collective wisdom of our society, through the chiefs and our elected leaders and the women, to be able to be self-determining. This important work can't be overstated. If we don't do this work, then we're building a house of cards and it will come tumbling down. So my gratitude is very heartfelt and deep for this important work, and even the people that do the work in our service agencies like Kaxla also need to be held up for their contributions. The caregivers need to be taken care of as well. And so I just want to publicly thank you for your service and encourage you to be strong-hearted and have a strong mind and the fortitude to go forward knowing that you're doing the right thing for our future generations. Wallace Gayasika.
My name is Ayla Brown. I'm an elected Heiltsuk Tribal Councilor who holds the Child, Youth and Family Services portfolio, along with Evangeline Clifton and Carrie Humchitt. And HTC, our elected governing body, 100% supports the work of Heiltsuk Kaxla Child and Family Services. We know that their work is critical to our wellness as a nation. We're committed to working together with them to ensure that our children, youth, and families are supported and to intervene when necessary for the wellness of our families. We support their work in prevention and know that that is so critical to us moving forward in a good way, to our healing, to addressing the impacts of colonization. And the Council supports our delegated agency to do this good work. And we work closely, we have an appointment to their board, and we work closely with them to ensure that this work is moving forward and progressing and serving our children, youth, and families.
Hello, my name is Heiltsuk Pauline Housty Waterfall. Through my ancestral name, I have roots to the Gildich Nation, which is at Cascade Inlet, next door to Bellacoola with the Newman Nation. Through my father, Nazi George Housty, I have roots to Fort Rupert, as well as to the East Eight tribe and to Roscoe. Through my mother, I have roots to Kirisu Heches. Her name is Stumklux Peggy Star Housty. I was born into the wolf in the Eden clans through my parents, and through my grandmother, Beatrice, I was born into the Raven and the Frog clan. I share this with you in order to establish my place in my Hessa world, because to me it's important to acknowledge that I was removed as a young girl and to attend residential school, and I lived away from here for close to 20 years. I lost a lot of my Hessuckness, and I needed to share that because it's taken me a long time to really firmly confirm and find my place in my Heiltsuk world. Archaeological evidence corroborates our oral history in that we have been here for at least 14,000 years or 700 generations. With this antiquity, our Heiltsuk systems, our organizations, our family, our values were intact, and they were functional until we began to experience disruptions and we were displaced from who we are as Heiltsuk because of regulations and policies that stemmed from the Indian Act under the control of the federal government. Prior to this, our Heiltsuk families were very strong, intact, and healthy. Our parental responsibilities were clearly defined and they were very functional. This changed from one generation to the next, keeping in mind that we've been here for at least 700 generations. When our children began to be removed and institutionalized in residential schools, this occurred for at least 5 generations. Furthermore, our parental roles and protectors of our children was eroded when they began to be removed and placed into the foster care system away from our home community. On top of that, our culture, Heiltsuk culture and ways were outlawed and banned for over 60 years. Our language was banned and forbidden. In brief, our identity, our place as Heiltsuk was completely eroded. Then our children were being taken away as what we know as the 60s scoop. This traumatic history has weakened all of our relationships, especially our family relationships. And many of us as children have suffered greatly. In 1994, we began to vision taking control of the responsibility of our children once again. And the old people of the day mandated that we do a investigation or research into how our children were taken care of and what their roles were among us as Heiltsuk people. So in 1994, Anya Brown and I were contracted to do research into what Heiltsuk parenting and family structures and relationships, what responsibilities were like before all these changes were forced upon us. We interviewed the old people of the day. We visited First Nations communities that were now beginning to take over the responsibility and the control over child and family matters. And what we learned was that our children were regarded as our greatest treasures. They were to be protected and guided above all else to become healthy and functional. They were nurtured and taught in a way to be self-reliant and independent, but also to practice our values of generosity and kindness and support and everything that kept us strong as Heiltsuk people for all those generations before. So the research that Anya and I did formed the foundation that helped to begin the negotiations for local control of our child and family services and responsibilities, and for the well-being of our Heiltsuk children and youth. Through a phased-in delegated approach, they began to negotiate how this was going to happen. And when we met with the old people of the day, Anya and I asked them, how were children presented in the old way? And we learned through the late Margaret Campbell that families hosted a feast specifically to introduce their children to our nation and thereby finding a place for our children to live and work among us and be regarded in their rightful place as Heiltsuk citizens. So we learned that these feasts were called Kaxla. Kaxla means to lift up. So these Kaxla feasts were to lift up our children and to introduce them, as well as to place names on them and to ensure that they were recognized in their place among us. We are now coming to a place where we are learning about how we functioned in the traditional Heiltsuk way. We are now in a new era of reclaiming who we are as Heiltsuk people. We're reclaiming our responsibility and duty to take care of each other, especially those who are most vulnerable, including our children and our youth. The fully functional way to reach this immediate goal was to start with healing individuals, but also to heal our family structures, to provide security for our children. We're now in a place in our history where our children will never be removed and history will never be repeated as we create a way forward that strengthens each of us, strengthens our family units, reinforces our culture, instills our pride and our identity as Heiltsuk people who now have control over our own destiny, and as did our ancestors. We stand upon the shoulders of our ancestors to do this healing work together. I'm really so proud of our accomplishments, and I'm very confident that the care of our children and families in need is in very capable and healing hands of the Kaxla team and the Kaxla Society. And as we renew ourselves and our culture, our responsibilities, I just urge us to be patient with each other, to support one another, to guide and uplift, and in brief, to kakachla one another. Walas gayascha.
Our purpose is to deliver culturally appropriate child and family services based on Heiltsuk customs, traditions, and practices, with the objective being the safety and well-being of our children. Our purpose is our sasan, our children.
We'd just like to read our mission, and it's working and supporting children and families and other agencies. The agency will ensure that children are safe, uplifted, and respected while being grounded in their culture with a strong sense of belonging.
Yo, my name is Anita Hall, and I am the Kaxla board chair.
I'm Connie Newman. I'm a board member for the Kaxla Child and Family Service for our community.
Hello, my name is Max Johnson. I'm on board of directors for Kaxla.
Hello, my name is Laura Martin, and I'm a board member of the Kaxla Child and Family Services.
Yo wawaktus, abuksquasos guanugua, himas nugua, la Heiltsuk Kaxla. Hello family and friends, my name is Carrie Easterbrook. I am the Executive Director for the Heiltsuk Kaxla Society. I am responsible for the successful leadership and overall planning and management of the society. I ensure we are operating in compliance with the Child and Family Service Act and other applicable legislation, and according to the strategic direction set out by the Board of Directors.
My name is Frances Brown. I am the Financial Administration Manager. I oversee the financial health of the Heiltsuk Kaxla Society. Kaxla leadership has worked hard to put society in a financial position where we can offer a healthy team and robust programs. I am extremely proud to work for the society.
My name is Christine White. My position here is the SASM Wellness Team Lead of the 0 to 19 programs. I'm the manager of 3 full-time employees. I like working here because we are able to support each of our families within the community.
Yo everybody, my name is Mariah Wilson and I'm the SASM coordinator here at Kaxla. My position here, I focus with 0 to 3-year-olds and their parents. I also focus with children 0 to 11. So I have a lot of different jobs. My roles kind of vary here and there. I can't wait to see what else my programs have in store for me. It's been super fun just rolling the wave of life and just doing what I can do as best as I can and as best of my abilities. I believe working here at Kaxla has really opened my horizons, really pushed me to the limits to try and be the best that I can be for the children and for the parents here and for the community. So I love working at Kaxla. They really support, we really all support the same goals, and they've supported me through every idea, every crazy idea, everything that I really wanted to give to those children and give to the parents and really just help the community grow as a whole, and they were just awesome. Kaxla has been supportive and I love working here, so it's been super great. So don't be afraid to call on us and just come see what we're like and just enjoy embracing everything that we have to offer here at Kaxla. So I hope to see you all at some point in the future. Wanisika.
Hi, my name is Natalie Bull. My position here at Kaxla is Operations Manager. So in that role, I am supporting staff and I'm overseeing the development and delivery of all of our support services and prevention programs that we do. Something I'd like to say about Kaxla is that I'm so excited and proud to be part of this team. I think we're working in a really good way to move forward to develop so many new programs and supports and initiatives, and working within the community collaboratively. So I'm really excited to be here and part of the team and part of this good work to support children and families.
Hi, my name is Delvina Humchiti, and I'm the Youth Mental Health Case Manager here at Kaxla, which basically just means that I work to support the mental health and well-being of youth in Bella Bella. So when I think about wellness for youth, I think about all aspects of wellness. I think about physical wellness, cultural wellness, social, emotional, spiritual wellness. And so the work that I do just supports all aspects of that for youth. And that might look like working directly with a youth to support their mental health. So it could be reminding them of strengths they already have. It could be teaching them new skills to respond to stress or challenges in their life. Or sometimes I work indirectly, where I would be working with other service providers to gather resources and supports for youth. And I feel really supported in doing this work here at Kaxla. It's a new role here, and I feel really supported by the team. I think that it's a really exciting time to be working at Kaxla because there's so many new programs and services that we're offering, and under the leadership of Carrie Easterbrook, I think this team is really strong at this moment, and really providing some really exciting new services and programs, and I get to do that work with youth, and so I love it. I love my job every day, so I feel very lucky.
My name is Larissa Dixon. I am the Family Support Resource Social Worker. My job focuses on family support and recruiting and expanding our current resources within the community that support children and youth in care and our families. Some of the supports that we give are respite for our caregivers, foster care, mentors, and cultural leaders. I like working at Kaxla because it gives me the opportunity to work with my community and give back in meaningful ways, whether that's behind the scenes with interagency collaboration or hands-on working with their families.
Hello, my name is Martha Humchitt. I work at Heiltsuk Kaxla Society as receptionist.
Hello, my name is Gerri-Lee Smith-Wilson, and I am the family support social worker here. So basically, I will still continue to do frontline work with families and also mix it up and also work with my coworkers, with social workers from MCFD. If we ever have to gather and support a family, we can all gather together and come up with a good plan with the families to help them come up with a plan that's going to help them, uplift them, and better their lives. We're here for support. So there's a lot of different reasons why I enjoy working here. I love this environment. It's a safe, fun environment where we get to be ourselves. And you know, every day could be different. One day we could be having a little quiet day. One day we could be having a down day. One day we're just laughing all together. But it's a safe place where we're uplifted no matter what we're going through. I enjoy working here because our leadership is really great at uplifting us, helping us grow in our position, and encouraging growth. And that's really important to have a good support system in place so that we in turn can turn around and provide good services for our community and families we work with. So I'm really happy that, you know, I've been here going on 4 years. So, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy the laughters and emotions. We get different days we have emotions, and everyone just goes with the flow no matter what we're going through, and it's good. We support each other. So that's part of the reasons why I love working here. Thank you.
Yo, my name is Astrid Delia Wilson. I'm a child and youth prevention worker. I work with the ages 5 to 18. I do outreach work, and I work in partnership with different entities working close to youth in different programs. I create cultural-based programs and land-based learning, as well as sharing knowledge with multi-generations. My favorite thing about working at Kaxla is we get to uplift others as an everyday part of our job. A positive affirmation I would like to share is you should be the youth worker you needed when you were a youth.
Yo, my name is Alison Reid. My position is a one-on-one worker from ages 0 to 9. Well, I started here last summer, and one of the things I really enjoy is just the environment. It's very, I feel like a family here, and it's one thing that I really love. I feel connected to all the workers here, and yeah.
My name is Kiara Brown, and I am a full-time one-on-one support worker. And I really like working at Kaxla because everyone is just so nice here and welcoming, and I just love working with kids.
Hi, I'm Melanie White, and I'm a one-on-one support worker.
I'm Gene Larsen. I'm a youth worker out of the Heiltsuk Kaxla Society. We do drop-ins at the Captain Carpenter's room. We play video games, hang out. We do a whole bunch of outdoor activities, like field games for one of them. My favorite part about the job is building a rapport with the youth and hearing the positive feedback from them.
Hi, my name is Moses Jack. I work at Kaxla Society. I was hired by HTC, but I work for Kaxla. My position and role as a team member, I work with the youth. I'm a full-time youth worker. Yeah, we should have lots of fun outside and inside. I love working with the team, and I love working with the kids. These kids are really, really good medicine. Not only for me, I really think it's good for everybody. I love this job. You know, it's really got me to enjoy being around everybody in the community. It's a really good opener for me.
My name is Kyshawna Housty. My position here at Kaxla is a youth worker.
Hi, my name is Allie Housty, and my position at Kaxla is a girls' youth outreach worker. My job at Kaxla is girls' outreach and working with kids doing activities and programs. Working with Kaxla gives me the opportunity to do programs and activities I never got to do as a kid.
My name is Lyle Wilson. My position here is a youth worker. We do lots of programs throughout the summer and every day at the Captain Carpenter's room or outside. One thing I like about this job is we get to have fun every day and just do lots of stuff with the kids, go on boats. Yeah.
My name is Campbell. I'm a youth worker here at Kaxla. I'm an interagency youth worker, so I'm kind of all over the place. One of the things I love about our job is the mentorship that we do with our youth. I feel like what we're doing is really important for the community because the youth are the future.
Yo, my name is Delvina Humchiti. I am the new Cultural Connections worker here at Kaxla Society, and I'm actually looking forward to the new role and learning about language immersion.
My name is Erin Wilson. I'm the Child and Youth Mental Health Liaison at Kaxla. I am really excited to connect community members with all of the amazing resources that Kaxla has to offer.
Hello, my name is Jefferson Brown. I'm newly employed at Kaxla. I'm one half of the men's wellness worker team. I'm looking forward to connecting with males of all ages and learning about our culture together. So please come out and join anytime you have the chance.
My name is Howard Humchitt. I'm the men's wellness worker here at Kaxla. I'm looking forward to getting out on the land with everyone, learning and teaching, and look forward to all the opportunities ahead of us.
Our programs that we offer here at Kaxla range from a focus on young children all the way up to elders. We offer a lot of programs related to food security, including our home hamper deliveries for kids ages 0 to 6, and our collaboration with Granny's Kitchens, which serves around 100 households every week. We also offer a lot of children's programs. For the younger children, we have virtual programs, including baby yoga, story time, virtual crafts and activities that you can do at home with your kids, as well as in-person gymnastics and small groups, bubble play groups that happen in person. For youth, we have a really popular program right now at the Captain Carpenter's room, our youth drop-in space, which is a mixture of games, arcade space, and just a safe space for youth to drop in 7 days a week. And we did have around 70 children and youth attend that program monthly. So we're really excited about the popularity of that and how many kids we can support. We offer other youth programs such as one-on-one outreach and activities like art and drawing. We're really focused on creating any programs that youth are interested in. We also engage in seasonal food harvesting, family boat trips. We're out on the land doing land-based programming whenever the weather's right or whenever the season is right. We also offer a women's group, which includes young SASM and elders and encourages that intergenerational sharing and storytelling. And we also offer so many other programs at Kaxla, and we're constantly growing and changing depending on the season, the time of year, the different restrictions, and the need and the wants of the community.
Heiltsuk Kaxla Society is a non-profit C3 delegated Aboriginal agency that provides voluntary child and family support services in Bella Bella in Heiltsuk territory. Support services would include, but aren't limited to, services for children and youth, services to families, counseling, in-home support, respite care, parenting programs, youth outreach, voluntary care agreements, support service agreements, special needs agreements, one-to-one supports, group support, life skills, cultural support with ceremonies, traditions, and activities, Heiltsuk language immersion, wellness services, and overall family preservation and support.
I am extremely proud to share that Heiltsuk Kaxla has moved in a positive direction in building a stronger empire. This is a direct result of our staff and their dedication. The team has made huge strides together, and they are committed to building a stronger society each day. The staff work well together and with integrity for the benefit of all community members. Their work is rooted with the energy to learn more, to be better, and to maximize resources to offer successful services and programs. The Kaxla team's wonderful work is to be commended. To my Kaxla family, I appreciate you, I honor you, I uplift you. Wala Skayasaka for your great work. I will be here for all of you. Continue to shine.
Here at Kaxla, Child and Family, we're really excited with the growth that has happened over the past few years. This has been increased staff, which means that we have increased services, including a mental health team, a youth team, expanded and enhanced SASM team, social work and support services team. The team leads that we have are in almost every department that we are running. We have new operational managers to help support the ED. We're offering more programs in general, and we're priding ourselves in working collaboratively with the interagencies in the community and the provincial and federal partners to best support our community's needs. We're very excited to be undergoing renovations and office expansion. With all these new employees, we need spaces to house them. This year, there'll be even continued growth with more new positions and exciting new programs. So watch for more to come. Thank you.
So recently, Canada passed the act respecting First Nations, Métis, and Inuit children, youth, and families. And what does that mean for the Heiltsuk Nation? It means that we now have a pathway through colonial law to stand up our own laws. The legislation affirms our right to protect our children, youth, and families. We've always had that right. It's never gone away. Under our laws, it is our responsibility to take care of our children, youth, families, and community. And Canada, for the first time in their short history, has acknowledged that this is true. And so they've affirmed our right, and so now it's about building a process where we reclaim that protection, where we reclaim jurisdiction and control over our
children, youth, and families. And so for over 150 years, that right was stripped from us by Canada. They took our children and they put them in schools to try and assimilate them. We all know the lasting impacts of Indian residential school, and this is the first time under colonial law since the Gumsiwa arrived in our homelands that our rights have been fully affirmed under our own Gui laws and Canada's laws. And so now it's recognizing that there was a disruption between how we were whole together, functioning, thriving in our homelands prior to contact. And there was this colonial interruption that's still ongoing through the child welfare system, through the health system, through the education system. This colonial interruption devastated our population, it harmed our wellness, it really severely impacted our families and our parenting and the way we take care of children in our communities. And so now it's about reclaiming our strength as a Heiltsuk Nation to rebuild our pathway in a modern context, in a modern world. And how we're going to do that is through creating Heiltsuk legislation for child welfare. And so we're going to stand up our jurisdiction in a completely Heiltsuk way inside of our big house, and we're also going to work with Canada and the province to come to an agreement on how our laws will be paramount, come before their laws. And this is all possible because of the new law, the new act respecting our families. And so we're excited to do this work. It's going to be a long process, and we need every single community member to be involved. We need to hear from our mothers and our fathers, our grandmothers and our grandfathers, our aunties, our uncles, our young people, our himas, our umaks. We need to hear from all of you in order to create a law that is in Heiltsuk values, but is growing and will serve us in a modern world. We need to acknowledge that our Heiltsuk values around families and children and youth are strong and solid, and that we can protect our own people, but growing those from this foundation into a law that is modern and will work with the colonial system to ensure that our children are never taken away again. The reason it is so important that we have control over our children, youth, and families is because our children were taken away and are still being taken away. They were removed. They're the core, they're the center of our community. And they were removed through Indian residential schools. They were removed from adoption, the 60s scoop. They were removed from us in our community through Indian day school. We didn't have authority over what was going on in that school. They were removed through foster care and the child welfare system. And so the core of our community was ripped from us, and it caused all kinds of dysfunction. And so it's about healing. How do we heal that? How do we come back and build something stronger? And in order to do that, we need everyone to come together, to put our children in the center again, and to work together as mothers and grandmothers and aunties and uncles and grandpas to support the center of our community. And so I really look forward to seeing everyone out and engaging in our community engagement process, as well as filling out surveys. Anything you can do to get involved will help us grow a stronger, from our foundation of Heiltsuk values. Get involved, it'll help us grow a stronger legislative process. This is about reclaiming our power that we've always had under Heiltsuk laws.
We are embarking on a new journey that'll lead us to self-governing our own child welfare system. This is the optimal time to begin this transition of reclaiming our power and revitalizing our traditional family values and practices in taking care of our children, our sasam. By immersing ourselves in our Heiltsuk teachings, connecting to culture, and by providing integrated, holistic wraparound services, we will continue to decolonize our practice and bring wellness to our nation. When we allow our work to be guided by our ancestral laws, a seamless immersion of Heiltsuk wellness manifests itself with such power and with such healing energy. This new journey will enrich the lives of our children, youth, and families. This new journey will require commitment, collaboration, community support. The nation will determine what the system will be. This is the time. New journey, reclaiming our inherent jurisdiction, self-governance. This is the way, the Heiltsuk way. Heiltsuk Kaxla Society wants to be known as a supportive agency and a valuable resource that can assist in addressing needs for children, youth, and families. It is imperative that our services and programs are meaningful and rooted in the Heiltsuk culture. The Society will continue to meet our responsibility to uplift our children, to keep them safe, and to create endless opportunities of development and growth within the agency, with the goal of better outcomes, better health and wellness for the nation. In the face of trauma and crisis, the nation has spoken their truth. When old wounds surface, connecting to culture, land, language, and community is what makes them well. The Heiltsuk have made tremendous strides in reclaiming power and revitalizing cultural practices. We must never forget about our work's purpose. Our children, our sasam, our most vulnerable and innocent must always be the focus of our deliverables and practices. We foster connection, culture, language, and identity in our governance, our operations, our programs, our services. We must continue to uplift and honor our children together. To my beautiful nation and to all those that continue to support the Heiltsuk Kaxla Society, Wallace Gayasicha, thank you from the bottom of my heart.